Throughout the history of America, the African American community has been filled with a lot of issues. One area that seems to get a lot of attention socially is Black fathers. My personal experience with Black fathers has been great. However, it seems that society paints a different picture on Black fathers, so I wanted to learn more. To get more insight, I interviewed 3 Black fathers that I know: my dad, my stepdad, and my step-grandpa.
Greetings, my name is Osara Teno Basiki, and I am the father of 3 children, ages 14, 13, and 3.
Okay, hello, my name is Alfonso Simmons. I'm married. I have 2 children, both ages of 13 and 14. I have 1 biological child and 1 stepchild.
My name is Lewis Williams. Been married to my wife for about 25 years. I have 2 children. One of my children is not my biological son, and my other child is my biological daughter.
1, 2, 3. Being a father keeps me youthful and energetic, and ironically takes away some of the stress of life, because I have some time to just relax with my children and just learn about myself and grow.
I think the biggest joy is just watching my kids grow to be, young men now. I try very hard to make sure I teach lessons and teach in a way that I feel like they will be able to understand and would hopefully be able to carry them as they go into adulthood.
The joys and the benefits of being a father is seeing accomplishments in my children, watching them grow every day, watching them have birthdays every day, watching them accomplishments that they achieve, whether it's in school or in play, whether it's in their own personal life, or just seeing them grow an inch and knowing that they're now getting taller, or maybe seeing them take their first steps, or maybe seeing them ride a bike. And so each time they do something new and different, it's a joy and a benefit to be part of it, of anything that they do or that they did. I grew up in a single parent home. My mother and my father, they separated when I was very young. I was maybe 6 or 7 years old when my parents separated, and then we were raised predominantly by my mom. And so my relationship with my father was very minimal at best. I basically didn't have a relationship until I got older, and then I saw my father maybe a little more as I was in high school, and then maybe once or twice when I was in college, and that was about it.
Just like a lot of stereotypes, sometimes there are a ring of truth in them. And so, like I said before, there has been in the past where Black fathers have not necessarily been around all the time. That doesn't mean that they didn't want to be in a child's life, but there are scenarios in which, if you're not connecting the fact that, hey, there have been, economic aspects that have not been addressed within America. Some of those issues that have been deep-seated, the racism issue when it comes to not being able to have those same opportunities that maybe our white counterparts may have. There are deeper levels of problems, and all of those affect how Black fathers are looked at.
I see a lot being done, a lot more than usual being done in these days to address the stereotype of fathers being absent. There are a lot of fatherhood initiatives, like on social media. There's Black fatherhood groups, there's Black fatherhood pictures, and there's Black fatherhood promotion. The DC government, the Washington DC government actually started a fatherhood initiative program, and so that's very uplifting for me. So I see it around, and I see that, there's still a long way to go, but I definitely see that there is a push to kind of change the narrative, because it's been proven that it's false.
According to the CDC, even though Black men had the highest rates of not living with their children compared to Hispanic men and white men, they did rank higher in categories such as eating meals with their children, bathing and dressing their children, playing with their children, taking their children to activities and other categories of fatherhood.
I spend time with my children in various ways, doing homework, watching movies, exercising, stretching, praying, eating, reading.
Spend time with my children, going on vacations, trying to do as many activities as possible. Also end up coaching. I've coached for years, coached my youngest son.
Right now, I may spend some time with them once a week, once a month, because they have, their own lives and their own things that they do, and so we try to get together as often as we can.
Even though in the past there have been some fathers who were absent in their child's lives, these three amazing fathers have proven that that's not the norm for all black men.